up 12.27%. AMC is looking pretty sharp. My name is Andrew. This is the bullish pennant that we called earlier today. It played out perfectly during the early morning live stream. Price goes up. That's that uptrend right here. Confirmation on top, confirmation below, confirmation on top again, and that breakout on the bottom of that curve all the way up 12.27% with 100 million volume. Haven't seen that in a long time. We're going to talk to you about why the options chain looks fundamentally different today versus a lot of the previous weeks and how similar this is to previous breakouts right before gamma squeezes. So are we going to see August's new gamma squeeze coming out in this week or the coming few weeks? Now is the time to answer these questions. We're also going to take a look at the signals that gave us a better understanding of why we were here, like the Lux Algo 20% off with the code AndrewMoMoney and the short interest still holding tight at 15.47%. All of this is in the description down below, including the like button. And hey, it's really weird. It's disguised as the like button, but it is the hedge fund self-destruct button. So if you guys wouldn't mind, smash it. And let's get up to 3,200. Comment out which one you are. We are also going to talk about the unacceptable language that Jim Cramer uses in this interview, that he calls the ape something you're not going to believe. Stick to the end of the video because you're not going to like it. Okay, let's talk about the fact that we were able to call this bullish pennant. We had a moment of slower volume. People were asking it in the live chat, right? Volume slows down towards the bottom of this pennant, towards the 3129 levels of support. When we got there, the VWAP gave us that strong bounce from the 3164s into these three tightly compacted levels of resistance. When we got there, we were rejected at 3412, the height of the day, and we ended very handsomely in the 3350s. GME had a very similar day. However, its rip happened a little earlier, but it was from a similar bullish pattern, an uptrend that led into consolidation, that led into a rip to 157.57. So from there, let's take a look at some Schadenfreude. Robinhood, where is it? Hood is down 27.59%. That is a pump and dump in the very definition of that phrase. So if you got to this part of the video, comment it out, because we're looking to not only get 20,000 followers on Twitter, but if you guys comment that out, we'll collect a couple of those, find a way to reward you with some freebies from the merch store, AndrewMoMoney.com. Now, let's take a listen to what Cramer has to say about Robinhood. This is recorded before Robinhood's catastrophic drop, and what he is going to say about apes will shock you.
By a huge number of August 70 calls here, the apes being the kind of a shorthand for who the hell they are. And I don't know. I mean, I think that because it's not diluted, they may come, they may swarm in, pick this one up.
Here's
Nothing
the question.
would shock me.
Here's the question, though.
They might pick it up, 64.80. Yeah, that's not looking very, very likely. This was recorded at the early morning when Robinhood planned on selling 97.9 million shares over time. So dilution comes in. It's supposedly a tactic to keep away the meme stock traders, but we were never going to trade meme stocks on Robinhood. It does not make sense when Robinhood has been the bane of the meme stocks for this entire time. And also kind of rallies together forces that think that Redditors are all children, or Redditors are all predators, and especially the fact that you guys are retail investors out there having a conversation. In fact, that is exactly what Gary Gensler defended these forums on YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok. That is in a separate video about what Gary Gensler said about the apes. So make sure that you guys have already slammed that subscribe button on our way up to 120,000 subscribers. And let's take a listen at the end of this clip where Cramer is going to surprise you. He surprises me for sure.
That's really, they hate the rich.
But the one thing that I hadn't really thought of is the idea that there's only so much money to go around, so you got to pick your bets. Which one's going to get sold if you're running to Robinhood?
Yeah, I think they have to sell. I think they have to sell AMC because I think that the new variant, they just say you're not going back to the movies again. You got the big screen TV. The hope was that the variant would go away, but now we all know too many people that have had breakthroughs.
Jim, thank you. We're going to see you in just a few.
Wait, hold on. I actually skipped the part where he calls apes a very strange word.
Let's stick it to the man being the institutions that are selling. I haven't seen anything like this since I flirted with the Spartacus Workers League in college. These guys are amazing.
Yeah, but that's an interesting point.
Do they know that they're communists? Do they know that they're Marxists?
Well,
I mean, that's what, like, they hate the rich.
There it is, right there. Whatever Spartacus, when he flirted with the Spartacus blah, 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 in college, he's conflating that with apes. When you hate the rich enough, you must be a communist. Hey, let's take two hot takes from the community right here. Andy A says we're all trying to get rich, yet he calls us communist while he earns multimillionaire per year. We are the capitalists and they are the communists trying to control and stop our freedom. And from Dennis Herrera, I hate the rich. We're all trying to get rich. Rickety Hermit says, gotta love hedging manipulation is capitalism, but apes standing against them is capitalizing our commies. What propaganda? What propaganda indeed. So if you guys aren't convinced that Jim Cramer picks bad stocks, he really thought a pump might continue with Robinhood. 27% down really tells a different story for Robinhood. So we've been talking to you about this for a while, about why Robinhood is likely going to continue on with the journey of overvalue, undervalue, but that pump and dump scheme, don't forget that it's going to benefit a lot of institutional investors if retail investors get caught up in the hype. Let's make sure that you guys understand this options chain. When you guys take a look at the $4 million worth of calls today, it's going to stand very starkly different from the everything from this past week. So take a look at how many extra puts there were. $1 million, right? 869,000. That is on one strike. Take a look at the left axis here on the y-axis. $1 million is the very top. This was the slowest week for options for a long time. August 3rd, about $3 million worth of calls at the $34 strike. If that looks familiar, that $32, $34 range is where AMC is going to face a major storm. Whether or not we are going to be able to continue this gamma ramp up to the $40 range is the next question. And also don't forget the fact that we have consistently been putting $445 calls out of the money, far out. So someone is still spending $1 million a day to be able to call $145 in maybe a very long call. Make sure that you understand that the short interest has not changed. It's been staying up at 15.47% despite the 12.3% rip. And if this is T+2 settlement, we're likely going to see some adjustments in the next 2 days. And if there isn't, that means that this is the price discovery, rediscovering what AMC and GME's true potential is. If you guys are excited to follow the markets with me tomorrow, I am as well. I'll be wearing my special green sweater and Professor Meatball with his matching tie. If you guys want to throw him or me something in the P.O. box, I want to give a big shout out to those of you who already have custom made little dog bowls and stuff like that. Really makes our day, and we do personally open each thing from the P.O. box. Hey, also make sure that you guys have checked out the links in the description. There's some that give you free stocks. There's some that give you $250 of free Bitcoin. And there are some that honestly, I think you would just love to see. Thank you guys. Thanks to all of the members who have pressed that join button or the Patreon link, and we'll see every one of you in the money. Peace.